Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. In this tutorial, we will learn descriptive statistics. Under the descriptive statistics, we will know how to calculate frequencies, percentages, mean, median, mode, standard deviation, variance, and minimum and maximum values. So, we will first add data. To add data, go to the file, click on import data and select your data type. I have added data based on the perception recorded on 5-point Likert scale, where 1 indicate strongly disagree to 5 indicate strongly agree. To calculate descriptive statistics, go to the Analyze, click on Descriptive Statistics and go to the Frequencies. Add the variable for which you want to calculate descriptive statistics. I am going to add all my variables. Drag into variables, go to the statistics, select the central tendencies. In this tutorial, I am going to calculate mean, median, mode, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, variance, and range. Click on continue, press the OK. First, we will discuss frequencies. Frequency is the number of times a particular value or category appears in a dataset. Frequency is the simplest statistical measure and is mainly used for categorical data such as nominal and ordinal variables. In this example, perception about the practicing organic farming would improve land fertility. On the Likert scale, 35 respondents out of 60 are strongly agree with this perception, and the percentage of this is about 58.3. In this manner, you can calculate the frequencies and percentage. Frequency helps in summarizing the categorical data and it detects unusual observation and missing values. Percentage. The second column of results show percentage. Percentage expresses a frequency as a proportion out of 100 and it is generally calculated using frequency divided by total frequency into 100. In this example, highest percentage is appeared for strongly agree such that Likert scale 0.5. The uses of percentage. Why we calculate percent? Because percentage is easy to compare and it helps in reporting survey results. We can also create pie and bar chart using percentage. Our next concept is mean. Mean is the arithmetic average of all observations. In this case, for the perception first, practicing organic farming would improve land fertility. Mean value is 4.50. It represents the center of the data and it is the most commonly used measure of central tendency. There are some advantages of mean. Mean use every observation and it is easy to calculate and used in most of the statistical tests. On the other hand, there are some limitations. Mean is affected by extreme values and it is not suitable for skewed data. Median. Median is the middle value after arranging data in ascending or descending order and it divides data into two equal parts such that 50% observation lies below it and 50% observation lies above it. In this example, the median for all perceptions from PU1 to PU8 is 5, 4, 4 and as on. The advantages of calculating median are median is not affected by extreme values and it is best for skewed distribution as well as suitable for ordinal data. Whereas there are some disadvantages of median. Median does not use every observation and it is less useful in advanced statistical analysis. Mode. Mode indicate the value that occurs most frequently. In this example, most of the respondents indicate 5 as their preference for practicing organic farming would improve land fertility on the basis of Likert scale. A particular data may have single mode known as unimodal, two modes known as bimodal, and may have more than two modes known as multimodal. Sometimes a data does not have any mode. The most common use of mode is to indicate common responses and marketing research. It is also useful for social science surveys. The next concept is standard deviation. Standard deviations measures the average spread of observations around the mean. Means it indicates how consistent or variable the data are. Small standard deviation value indicate close to the mean. In this example, for perception 1, standard deviation is 0.676, which indicate close to the mean. On the other hand, large standard deviation value indicate separate out from the mean value. The main uses of standard deviations are it helps in research analysis, risk management, quality control, and comparing variability. Variance. Variance measures the average squared deviation from the mean. It is the square of standard deviation. Higher the variance indicates greater variability in data. In this example, perception 2 indicate highest variance, which indicate greater variability in the data among respondent. Range. Range measures the total separate of your data by calculating the difference between highest and lowest values. In this example, range for perception 1 is 3 and for the perception second is 4 and as so on. Minimum and maximum values. Minimum is the smallest value in the data set. For the perception first, minimum value on the Likert scale is 2. On the other hand, minimum value for perception second is 1. In case of maximum value indicate the largest value, and in this example, maximum value for all perceptions taking into study is 5. In this manner, you can calculate descriptive statistics. Thank you. Have a nice day.